What is up? Welcome everybody to the stream. It's me, Jack Spade. And today, some dinner left in my mustache. And today I have some more D&D for you guys. Today we'll be playing more 5th edition 2014 Dungeons & Dragons, Durgans. And we'll be playing more of Tyranny of Dragons. A 5e module with a bit of twist to monsters and things like that I've come up with. And we've been having a lot of fun so far. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and message players, let them know I'm about to drop in on them. So, at Tyranny. About to unmute. Let's do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and we'll do this. Hello.
Hello.
How is everybody doing today?
Wow.
Honestly, horribly sleepy.
I'm sorry to hear.
Next to us, but I'm still ready to go.
Very good, very good. Does anybody require a summary of our last couple of sessions? A recap?
That'd be nice. It's been like, what, 4 months since we played?
Yeah, it's been a
months?
while. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while for sure. Feels like it, right? Does anybody have a recap they would like to do? I have one already ready to go, if no one has one.
I think last time I was the one that gave a recap, but I think Hoshi wanted to give one as well. Do you want to do it today, Hoshi?
I don't remember what happened. It's been too long. It's been
I
too
can do
long.
it.
I'm in a whole new state now since last session.
Ooh, congrats. If you want, Jack, I can do it. I don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, previously on Tyranny of Dragons, the group got hired by our beloved war cleric that they always struggle remembering the name. I do apologize for that. But as we got hired, we got sent into a mission. One that's very important, but still, at the very least, at first, not as intense as was some of our previous one. We are to go to Baldur's Gate and hopefully manage to intercept whatever plans the Cult of the Dragons are going to do there. This was a step that made and was decided after heavy analysis of the map that our group found inside the cultist den, the one where we not only killed one of Draven's targets, but also met the lovely Zazet, though at the time he was hiding as not hiding, disguised as a black half-dragon instead of a golden dragonborn. As we headed, we spent time in the boat. We had some adventures and some misadventures, such as Draven failing to start up a fire, and Zazet's quote-unquote friend getting sick during the boat. But we also had some very lovely things, such as a meeting with a rather lovely group of spirits, fairy lights, supposedly beings that bring good omens, and that are usually very rare to find. After we did this, and after our trip finished, and Naomi had the chance to have a heartfelt moment in remembering a lovely song, the group finally arrived by boat at Baldur's Gate, where we received an idea to go towards a tavern to properly get ourselves situated. However, as we arrived there, we received dire news. Apparently, the Cult of the Dragon had started their move already. And it seems that what was supposed to be a slightly less tense at his first job is going to go all out from here on.
Pretty good recap. Just to add on a few things, just to clarify, you guys have been sent here to Baldur's Gate to intercept the loot wagons that were being brought from the green fields. That the Cult of the Dragon was ransacking all the villages in that area and collected all the loot, and now it's on its way through Baldur's Gate somewhere north. And your job is to intercept these wagons and to follow them to find out where it is that they're going, so that you can report back to either the Harpers or straight back to Ontharr Frume at the Gauntlets. It's up to you. And yeah, just like Kyo was saying, you have been confronted with the news that Rezmir, a high-ranking Cult of the Dragon leader, has been spotted in the vicinity of Baldur's Gate. And with that, we will return to Blackgate and Selebon's wagon yard. What would you like to do?
Kia would, the one. Who was the one again? My apologies. Who gave us the message that an attack was going to come imminent?
It's not an attack necessarily, just that Rezmir has been spotted somewhere around Baldur's Gate.
But who was the one that gave it again? My apologies. Was the tavern keeper?
This is Selebon. He is the yard master, and he's your contact for Baldur's Gate, basically, that Ontharr Frume mentioned to you.
Okay, thank you. Kia would look at Selebon and ask right away with a very worried look on her face. Has been spotted? How close? Are they already in the city, or should we expect an attack already? Do we know?
Whoa, settle down. There's not going to be an attack, young lady. It's just she's probably going to be passing through with some of her mooks.
That was what to believe as well in Elturel, but there was an attack there. And because we got careless, we almost lost an important member of the Council of the Order. Sure, we managed, but it was risky.
He narrows his eyes and he says, describe the attacker if you don't mind.
Sure. So what happened was, and then Kia would give basically a report of the ambush attack that happened while the group was hunting the bar.
He'll nod and say, well, considering he wasn't wearing any purple, he may not have been acting on behalf of the cult necessarily, even though he was with cultists.
That would be peculiar. But the cultists there even were to do something as... Regardless, could you tell us where he was spotted in any case?
Don't have an exact location, just somewhere outside the walls.
At the very least, Kia would then turn to look at Ravina and Marquise. Is this person one of the targets of your tune, just so I'm aware?
Oh, yeah,
Ravna nods. She is.
Could you share some extra information then about the topic? If that's
He just
alright with you?
He'll stare at you blankly and he'll just mutter, I can't. Like, I physically can't.
I meant not about why. I meant more as the types of abilities, skills, or the such.
Drowda just shakes his head. I only know her name. That is all.
Fair enough, I suppose. Okay. In this case, before we decide anything, there is a small rite I'd like to perform at the tavern. Would everyone be okay for waiting for me? Or if you prefer, I can rendezvous for all of you somewhere else along the way.
Rendezvous is preferred. I don't want to waste any time trying to find her.
Kristen, just tell me a meeting place then. And as soon as I'm done with what I have to do, then I'll go there right away.
Okay. So the plan is to go find like a watering hole somewhere, or
Kyo's idea, she's going to do the thing I talked to you, the previous action, Jack, afterwards. That's what she wants to do. That's why she needs some space.
oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I don't 100% remember, but yeah, I do remember you discussing that you needed some alone time. Okay.
And that's why she also is like, okay, where would be a good place for us to meet up after I'm done? You're done.
Selebon will point out that there is a tent that a lot of the workers use as like a drinking place to just, tie one on after work or, hair the dog for the next day. And he'll point that out to you. And he tells you can also use that place to scope out the wagons that are coming and going, that you can basically stake out for the wagons that you're expecting.
Okay. In this case, Kyo would look back at give him a smile of gratitude before looking back at the others. We shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Shall I meet everyone there afterwards, while you folks work ahead of time to get information?
Sounds good.
Whatever you need to do, I suppose.
Okay. She nods before thinking for a little and approaching Zazat and Naomi. I don't really enjoy delegating this type of thing, but please make sure that neither Marquis nor Ravana get in trouble, okay?
Do you actually say that out loud, or is it more like a quiet whisper?
She does say this, but she does have a slight smirk on her lips as she does say it.
Dravna will just turn his head to give you a cool glare. Oh, don't you worry about me. I will be acting like I did back at the camp. And then he's going to look back off towards the horizon. He has a very moody look upon himself. More so than usual.
That's exactly why I worry. But
Don't worry, I'll watch them. Nah, I don't know where he's saying I wouldn't cause any trouble. I've been nothing but.
I would trust your watchful eyes on Marquis.
All right. So Kyo, you go off by yourself. In the meantime, what do the rest of you guys want to do? Do you have any other plans other than keeping watch for Rezmir or the cultist wagons?
What do we know about the general direction of the wagons?
So you know that they were headed towards. Let me see if I can bring up the map. Actually, one moment, please. Alrighty. You know that they were basically traveling along the road here.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have to travel basically this whole dotted line, which is going to take them days and perhaps even weeks to get all the way to Baldur's Gate if they go the full length of the road. You estimate, based on your travel from Greenest to Burdusk, and then following the rest of the road to Scornabel and then El Terrell, you estimate that it's probably going to be about 3 to 5 days before they'll be here in Baldur's Gate.
Right. And we are aware of what the carts look like, or are they just going to be...
Yep. You all saw them in the camp. You especially, because you would have had free reign to investigate all of their facilities and equipment and stuff like that.
Right, okay. And judging by what I understand about the wagons, what sort of... okay, so wagons, they're kind of crappy to a degree, right? They can only travel under certain conditions of roads or pathways or whatever.
Right.
So what's the likelihood that we could, in advance, set up some sort of ambush site, knowing where they're going and what sort of facilities or roads that they need to travel on in order to use these wagons?
That's relatively simple to do. However, your mission from Ontharr was to observe
Mhm.
these wagons, not necessarily to capture them.
Oh, I understand. I have my own missions that I need to do.
I understand. Okay,
So
that is
the
potentially doable. Yeah.
so the goal here isn't necessarily to capture the wagons, but it's more to be like try and cause as much mayhem for their armies as possible, right? Or at least try and hamper them in some way so that, it's not so wagons can be broken in very easy ways. We can destroy the wheels, or we could destroy the axles, or things like that. Like, the goal here is to be more not just Sazet wouldn't just sit down and observe. He wouldn't scout. He would be more interested in actually doing any sort of potential damage to these wagons if possible.
Okay. All right. Sure. You know the direction they're coming from to the south.
Mm-hmm.
You could try to convince your friends to go with you, or you could try to take it on alone. That's up to you. To try and damage the wagons if you would like to. In a kind of ambush.
Yeah, because there's a lot that Zazet can do with this disguise that he has, because it's damn near perfect, especially since he has outfits and stuff like that he can go through.
Absolutely.
But I am not. I also don't want to be that player that pulls away from the group and is like, "Well, bye." So perhaps while everyone is together, maybe there can be a conversation about the ultimate goal of this, because if the goal is also to obtain information, both can be done at the same time, especially if there's an opportunity to cause mayhem.
Sure. Anybody else have anything? Any other ideas?
None on my plate.
Very
Yeah.
well.
Honestly, Marquise would be more into hampering than info gathering, to be honest.
Well, I mean, we could
No,
get
I mean, you can,
real close and actually look inside of them, because who knows, it might also be a ploy. It could be anything, realistically, right? So I'm all for getting as close as we can to the wagons and seeing if anything can be done. What they say about best laid plans, they always go astray. So
True.
I feel like just getting as much information as we can would be good, and if there's an opportunity to throw a spanner in there, it'll definitely be done.
Heck
feel
yeah.
like that's a good idea, but obviously doing it outside of a town would also be beneficial, because then we can limit the area that they can actually get to or move around in. But
God forbid we
Potentially
have to run.
cut off reinforcements and stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
For
well,
sure.
I mean, we don't know what they're going to do with their loot once it arrives in Baldur's Gate, right? Whether or not it'll go by boat or continue by wagon, or where it will go after that.
That's true.
So,
That's
I don't
very
know.
true. So, while you guys chew on that for a little bit, we're gonna switch on over to Kyo.
Alright then. Gia, as soon as the others have gone away, her smile would fade a little before she would find a spot in the tavern or the nearby that wasn't being used, a private room, anything of the like. And when she had such a thing, she would sit down, open her father's holy book, and take a deep breath before saying in a prayer, with her hands together. My dear God, the martyred one, the crying one, I above all first apologize. I am not one that had formal training such as my father, nor am I the type of person who can exalt her deed as proper in battle, such as my mother. But despite that, I still would like to, in this very half measure way, I suppose, at least attempt to offer my prayer for you and do a small ritual, such as those of my deed, such as those of my piety should do. I ask of you, please, protect my father in the plains where he is alongside you, and I ask you to please, wherever my grandfather may be, that you can share some of his pains with me, so that I can find some relief, so that everything may be alright when we meet again, and I can see his smile, his grumpy tone, and his soft laughter. May my pain prove my devotion, and may through it remove the hearts of those that are innocent and those that don't deserve. And then after she finished speaking, Kia would touch her sides around her stomach after grabbing a dagger of her own, and she would make a decent cut on it, enough that to be felt and hurt, but not to the point where it cannot be healed by magic after, if she so desired to use cure wounds. The type of hurt
Where are you cutting yourself? Sorry.
on the side of her body,
Okay.
near her.
Got it.
To be the type of wound enough to be felt and be a bother in some ways through the day, but never enough to the point where it would be a permanent injury. After all, her god would never want such a thing.
Correct. Okay. With you marking yourself in this ritualistic manner, you will incur a -2 bonus. A -2 penalty, not bonus, to basically everything you do until it is healed.
Thank you very much. Alright. After she's done with this, she would try to bandage it so to be easily noticed by the others. She knows Naomi and Dravenat probably would give her an earful if they did notice that.
Right.
Despite according to her beliefs. And afterwards, she would slowly move back towards the region where it was planned to meet the group together.
All right. You go and rejoin your friends, who have settled into this little rinky-dink bar, and they seem to be in a scheming kind of mood. If you would like to have that conversation about potentially inflicting mayhem, go ahead and do that now.
So wagons are not very strong, right? Is a weak point, clearly a weak point, and it's something that I feel we can take advantage of.
Probably. So I imagine the cult wouldn't be as careless us to simply go like that, right?
Well, I imagine they're mostly porters and people of unimportance. They might have some guards, but I can't see themselves busying important people with the carrying of loot.
I know, that's what I meant. I don't think, from what I have seen of the cult so far, I agree with you. They wouldn't care about this type of people. It simply isn't their nature. But I think they would care about the loot itself more than anything. And that's why I find it more suspicious that that person came recently. I think they're trying to scout out routes. That's my belief.
So, what, you don't want to go after the wagons is what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that at all. I do agree with you. I think just gathering information by itself would do nothing. I think that's how we ended up in trouble in Outwell, after all, in fact. But I think we do need to not only do the wagons, I think we should also try to investigate about that person. Maybe we could learn some type of behavior or idea or plan that they have.
Sorry, what person are we talking about?
Rezmir.
Rezmir. They were spotted outside of the walls, remember?
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm sure everyone here would prefer to go after that, given everyone has some sort of vendetta against the creature.
I mean, I think it's mostly we Drivna, but even so.
What number is this one, Dravna? Is this the second, the third? How many do you have?
He's just gonna give you a cold glare, blink idly, and just hold up 2 fingers.
So is the second one and you have 2 left? Is that what you're saying?
However you wish to digest that information, Zazit. And he just looks away.
It's definitely the second one. It's definitely the second one.
Mhm.
I think.
I won't lie, Zazit. I haven't been shy about how I give my opinion about you. But this
I'm sorry,
plan for you,
what-
this plan of
what
yours to
opinion
get
are you talking
the wagons, probably the best
Hmm.
idea I've heard you say so far.
No, I just don't want to sit on my hands.
Exactly. We shouldn't be wasting time. If we're
Um,
wasting our time trying to find this Rezmir person, why not just have Rezmir come to us?
Because what if they come from another route? And Baldur's Gate's quite big. I've never been in such a big place before like this.
Well, that's why I'm saying we do it outside of Baldur's Gate, because there's only so many paths, wagons of that description, and I have seen them, can be on.
Correct. There's
I
only
agree.
one path they can go.
I agree, but what I mean is that what if before we head out, we don't simply ask some of these people around us to see if they know anything else they seen strange movements or the like. Because regardless last times, that was how we got ambushed in that forest, after all. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, I mean, we handled ourselves pretty good back then. I don't think it'll be a problem going forward either. The cult are kind of pathetic.
Well then, if you folks simply want to go outside and have a proper look then, let us go in that case. I shall
Well,
follow you folks'
They want
lead.
to know about the wagons. We can go literally look at the wagons and perhaps, make it harder for them to move the wagons and, generally be a thorn in their side.
Wagons are pretty flammable.
Though, we do have to be careful. I imagine if we don't talk to the guards about this, and they simply see us throwing a fire on a wagon, they might think we are actually the bad ones here.
I'll just show them my badge. It'll be fine.
My badge. Flips him
Is
off.
that really how it works in big cities like this?
Do you not know who
Yeah.
Neverember is? I mean,
I
I've
do,
talked
but-
about him constantly.
If he's under direct employ, then it's not much a measly guard could really do.
It's
There's
his
also bribery.
boss's boss.
I see. Big cities are scary, I suppose. Huh.
At most it could go up the chain, and we might get a question about it in like about 1 week or two. But
I'm high enough up there that the bureaucracy doesn't really touch me so much.
In that case, I say we split our
wow.
duties into 2 groups. All everyone together, of course, but we have ourselves in 2 types of people. 1, lookouts to make sure anyone that can spot Rezmir spots them, as well as the wagon. And 2, we have other folks. Talk to the people around us to get some sense of information, while we wait, of course. And maybe even prepare the traps you mentioned, Zazet. What do you all think?
So 2 camps. Sleepy camp and kick-ass camp. I like it.
I suppose.
I propose myself in kick-ass camp.
Which one would be kick-ass camp?
The one that goes and kicks ass,
I
obviously.
mean, both would do so, just one is more talking to people and preparing the traps, while the other is on the lookout.
Wait, the one that's going to kick ass has to talk to people?
I mean, depends, but like I said, we are going to work together afterwards. It's just that my idea is that before the wagon arrives, we talk to people to get information and also try to prepare physical traps. You folks mentioned something about fires and the like, right?
I mean, I'm sure there are some wizards around here that can, churn the earth underneath a wagon or 2.
Exactly. And to do that, we need to talk to people about it, While we also have a second group that's on the lookout to make sure that while the first one is speaking and preparing, the other is simply making sure the wagon doesn't pass or the such. I volunteer myself for the lookout. With Jamie at my side, I probably would be better to find the other ones more easily to convey any information. Plus, I do have some good eyes myself, if I do say so.
that's it.
What?
I'll go as it.
Very well. We will go convince. Well, we will go and do the talking and then do the kick-assery.
Alright then, Draven and Naomi, what about you? I probably would need at least another one with looking out.
Dravna grinds his teeth. As much as I hate it, I think I'm better suited on the lookout. I'm not much of a people's person.
Are you sure? You can be quite charming when you want to.
I'll just glare at you and not respond.
I mean, it's true. Though, to be fair, Naomi is even more charming. So I got it.
Yeah, there is something pretty devilish about you, I will say that much.
He rewards you with another glare.
Oh, you wound me.
Marcus like goes up to itches like mouth a little bit, but he's just hiding a little smirk.
Well, in that case, we have decided. If me and Draven spot something, I'm going to make Jamie go high into the sky and chirp as loudly as he can, okay?
Try and tell the difference between all the other birds, then.
Oh, trust me, you will be able to notice the difference. Oh, but here, for you two. And then she pulls out a whistle from her backpack. In case you two ever need some backup, you three need some backup. Just blow the whistle and we'll come running.
I look at him, it's like, do you ever need backup?
No.
No, I think we'll be okay. Besides, these are my people.
Oh, we'll take it anyways, though. We'll take it anyway.
Okay, you see Kia was glaring at you pretty hard as you folks are as if you're not going to take the visa. As soon as you mention take the visa, she softened and smiled happily. Good.
So just so I have an accurate count, Fort Kickass is comprised of Marquise and Zazit. Who
And
else is
Naomi.
going with Fort Kickass? Oh, and Kyo?
No, in Naomi.
Oh, and Naomi?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
When Saren gets back, I'm not sure if Saren's back already.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'll unleash my badger on them.
Drabna's on
Get them,
timeout.
badger.
Drabna's in timeout. Okay.
Tia and Dravna are on the lookout, basically making sure that if I forgot your name, sorry, what was your name again?
Rezmir.
Rezmir. If Rezmir appears, we will be able to spot them. Let's try to spot them, and same with the wagon. And if we do, we'll make the call in case it comes before the others are ready.
Okay. So, Fort Kickass, what would you like to do? How do you set up your activities?
So this road, tell me about it.
The southern road that leads further down the Sword Coast is fairly tame. It has a very nice coastal view in certain parts. And the ground is kind of very soft, actually. The road does take a lot of maintenance because the weather does tend to be particularly rainy in the Baldur's Gate area, which is why they don't allow for carts and things like that, is because the roads are often damp and slick. So the weather is definitely something to contend with when traveling in this area of the Sword Coast.
Okay. How many, like, is it like a one lane each side, or is it like
2 lane, sure.
two
Yeah,
lane?
one lane to each
Okay.
side, yeah.
Mhm. Is it, I mean, it's Baldur's Gate. I assume that there are some patrolling guards or like some sort of like entry or some sort of like guard presence along the road, right?
Yeah,
Once
so
you get to Baldur's Gate.
if you do decide to travel outside the gate on the southern road, just kind of get a feel for the environment, I'll tell you some more information, but only if you're going to commit to doing it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Okay. So you 3 head out the southern gate, and you very easily make your way through on foot. Don't really have to contend with much. People not necessarily give you a wide berth, but no one accosts you or interrupts your business as you go about it.
Mhm.
You emerge, and you realize that there are not a heavy foot patrol, but there is a guard presence for about 3 to 4 miles down the road.
Hmm.
So it
Okay.
would take you
And
about...
then they just
Go ahead.
And then they just sort of peter out after that, like the further away from Baldur's Gate it gets.
If you decide to dedicate the rest of the first part of the day, you can see how far it goes.
I'll actually ask a patrol how far they go.
The patrolman seems kind of hesitant to reveal their exact patrol behaviors. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, please.
Yeah, I'll do the old flash of the badge.
Oh,
flash
do
of
with
the
advantage
sigil or
then.
Whatever.
Do with
Yeah.
advantage then.
You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. As what's that? 22. Yeah.
22. With a 22, the guard will tell you that it ends at about 5 to 7 miles, depending on who's on patrol. So you're looking at a range of at least a 5 to 6 hour hike out of town to be guaranteed outside of guard presence of Baldur's Gate.
While I have his rapt attention, I'll also inquire if there's any particular groups of mages or sorcerers that help with the maintenance on the road, or if it's all done by hand.
He'll tell you most of it's done by hand. That they really don't. The people who maintain the roads into and out of Baldur's Gate are kind of on the cheap side, and they don't really like to maintain it past a certain level, so it's all done by hand.
Okay. All right then. And has the last question I'll have for the guard before I leave him is just like, outside of the comings and goings of regular folk, have you noticed any larger presence of wagons or anything like that coming into Baldur's Gate?
He just kind of looks at you and shrugs and says that he hasn't noticed any significant uptick or downtick of wagons coming through.
And they stop and inspect wagons, or they just let people go?
So the thing is, the wagons aren't allowed to go through Baldur's Gate. They have to go around and they have to be unpacked. And then they have to be, all of their contents have to be basically carried by hand through the city and picked up again on the other side and shipped off to wherever they're going.
I see. Interesting. And do they check for any, so normal, in my head, they would have to, declare what they're bringing through Baldur's Gate? Do they do that at all?
Not necessarily. The main way that the city makes its money is that they charge a sales tax based on what merchants make and things like that. So the process works more like a person who wants to sell stuff at Baldur's Gate. A person who wants to sell goods. Instead of traveling through Baldur's Gate, they usually just sell it there at the city, take their money, and then go home. And then a person buys at Baldur's Gate and then takes it somewhere else, hoping to make a profit somewhere that's not Baldur's Gate. Does that make sense?
Right. Sure.
So they make a pretty hefty transaction fee as middlemen in this situation.
So they have literally no they have no incentive to inspect people's goods to make sure they're declaring what they're bringing into the city.
If someone brings in an open crate of wands of fireball, I'm sure that'll probably raise some concerns. But as long as it's nothing overt, there's probably no one's gonna watch it too closely.
So if a wagon filled to the brim with crates full of ill-gotten loot rolls through the town, they're gonna bring up some alarms?
Based on what you've seen, probably not, as long as the containers are properly sealed.
Right, so they're not cracking shit open.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Because otherwise they would have been looking at smuggling routes, but if they can just seal it up real good and tight and the guards don't want to be bothered looking in, they can probably just walk anything through. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. So I'll turn to my companions and I'll be like, so we know what we know. Do you think it's still worthwhile heading it off at the front before they come? My guess is yes. Maybe make it a little harder for them to just walk these containers into Baldur's Gate.
My only concern is if it gets a bit too dangerous, we're a fish out of water. There's not really any running back to town. At most, we can head to the into the forest or something. But
At the least, you'll be 6 hours out of town.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
we've got a couple of days, so I was thinking we could just bring out some sort of earth mage or something along those lines and have him just do a number on the road.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still willing to proceed. I just thought it'd be something to point out.
The other thing we could do is perhaps maybe even slip in some sort of tracking magic onto these crates itself, especially if they're going to be changing carts. Might be worthwhile preparing something or finding some sort of
You know,
sorcerer who specializes in something like that. That way we know where they're taking everything.
I mean, Jack.
Yep.
If I run 40 feet from where I am, and well, this mirror works funny, right? It like teleports back to me, or something of that nature.
You haven't tested it.
What if do I feel a bond to it? Like, can I sort of like, okay, if I were to drop it like 40 feet from me,
Mhm.
and then like close my eyes, really try to focus on like where it is,
Mhm.
am I able to sense it? Am I able to get like a vague idea of where it is?
So you kind of test this. You find a spot out in the woods off the beaten path of this road, and you set it down, and you walk.
Nami takes it.
Make a
She-
stealth check.
I just love the idea that we're having this conversation. You just run off into the forest, crazy like, and I'm just like, okay, all right. Well,
Make
that
a
was
stealth
bit
check,
bad.
Something
Naomi.
Marquise would do though.
Oh, this is actually quite bad. This should be
13.
No
To
words
be-
either.
to be in-
Mark,
to be entirely honest with you. I think she would just transform and do it. So it is a 13, but
I will say that, Naomi, you're able to pocket it as soon as he turns around and transform into a version of it very quickly. Marquise, you walk some distance away out of sight, and you close your eyes for a moment, and you realize that you do not seem to be able to sense it.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe
damn
we
ill
could,
matter.
we could find
gosh.
some sort of sorcerer to imbue a bunch of pebbles, for example, and
Yeah.
use that as a way, like some sort of dowsing rod or something like that. I know next to nothing about how magic works with that, but I assume it's possible. Anything's possible.
Marquise, you bend down to pick up the mirror. Naomi, do you do anything?
shit. No.
You just allow yourself to be picked up?
No. She prestidigitations really quickly and makes a loud pop when he tries to reach over for it, kind of behind his ear.
It's kind of like recoils, looks around.
She
Wait,
gets up,
what
puts
is
it in his pocket.
prestidigitation? Sorry.
What'd you say, Saren?
What it?
She gets up, puts it in his pocket. And
Okay.
Just walk by him like she didn't do nothing.
You watch as there's a magical poof. There's a slight cloud and a mist as you're distracted, and a red flash walks by you as you feel your pockets slightly heavier. Your mirrors return to you.
Just out of
Going to need
curiosity,
something.
what is prestidigitation?
It does several things. It can create a puff of smoke. It can create a sound. It can flavor things.
It's a pretty crazy spell,
Yeah,
and it's a
it-
cantrip.
Mhm.
Oh, it's not
A lot
like a
of
word.
crazy shit.
Sorry, I thought there was like a.
Marquise, it was the spell that Dravna was using to heat up that gold coin before you tried to
Okay.
help him.
I thought it was a defined word, and I was just being like a.
Prestidigitation.
I mean, it is a
Okay.
word. It
Prestidigitation.
is a word, though.
Yes.
It means sleight of hand, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's like another word for like conjure or something like that.
Yeah, when a magician does a trick, they're doing a prestidigitation.
Yep.
It's basically two types of tricks.
Right.
Technically, when you're pickpocketing someone, you're also doing a prestidigitation too.
All right. Well, he'll walk back to Zaz a little disappointed he can't just track his mirror, and he'll be like, "Yeah, do you know where in town we could get like
We'd have to
a
ask around and
magician.
probably pay someone.
Yes, that. I don't know everyone that lives in Baldur's Gate, though. Don't be ridiculous.
No, I'm
Just
just
few people.
saying if you had a little.
I mean, I can
Well,
definitely ask someone who would know potentially people that could be very helpful to us. And everyone really wants to get in the good graces of Lord Neverember, especially in Baldur's Gate.
all right.
Is there not something to be said about leaving such a trail? Think about, you're a smart man, Zazit. I'm sure you've thought of something like this before. Something is wrong with our shipment, fellow dragon culture. Yes, indeed. Whatever could be the problem? Well, I found that there's an issue with these strange stones. And after investigating, there seems to be someone who keeps flashing this badge that says, I work for Lord Neverwinter. I work for Lord Neverwinter. I work for... And it's been happening all across the city. Our eyes and ears have picked up quite the trail. We should be able to track this man down.
Oh, I welcome it.
Well, that's also a wee bit dramatic. I mean, he could just ask like
She
what if we get
does
to
a
leave the
hair
first
flick
try?
and says, yes, dramatic. Hello.
What if we get like the never change? What if we get what if we get it first try, and then their eyes and ears just never hear about it, and we gotta lead way faster.
I mean, yes, there's always that. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. Just something to think
Also,
about.
So what if
So-
the dragon cult wants to kill us? They already
Yeah,
want to
exact-
kill us. They just can't like.
It's also, worth pointing out.
That's not really what I'm talking about. That's not really what I'm talking about.
I'm not really the type to skulk around in the dark.
No, clearly. Yes.
He's a paladin, for God's sake, now.
I mean, I always was, but yes.
Just something to chew on, boys. Don't be so nitpicky.
So,
I don't really care. We'll win.
are you committing to staying out here, or do you want to regroup with the other two? What's your plan?
I think the idea of going back to town, potentially trying to find someone that can help at least with some sort of tracking magic, might be the best course of action. But
Okay.
we do still need to keep people on watch. I think, right? Like,
Yeah.
while all of this is happening.
Sure.
From a technical standpoint, it's pretty rough.
All right.
Tracking spells are higher level.
We will shift back to the other two, the timeout corner. Do you guys get up to anything during your watch? Do you try to gather any information in your own way?
As was agreed, we would also go to the wagon area, though while we would not go fully deep, we would be on the lookout to see if we notice any sort of suspicious people, or anyone that could match Rezmir or the cultists. At least that's Kill's plan, unless Dravner has some other idea.
No, Dravna's fully on board with Kio's plan. He has no planned deviations. He gave his word to that dwarf back in Elturel that he'd be on his best behavior, and he's doing so.
That's perfect then.
Very well. So, if you two are keeping watch for suspicious individuals, please make perception checks.
Let us go. Kia suggests to her stance to lean more on her left side than on her right side, and she'll try to do exactly that. There you go. 16.
The thing about Dravna also being on this team is he knows he's better off fighting, probably being with Zazet, but to be on his best behavior, he has to be in a worse position, which he's not good at. Oh, never mind. He's really trying his hardest to concentrate.
All right. Very good. Sorry, hold on just 1 second here. Just trying to get something to work correctly.
Oh, I
There
do
we
want to mention that Kia would have sent Jamie to the sky already, but he wouldn't be making any noise. He would be more just trying to keep track of the group's movement of
Okay.
Naomi, Marquise, and Zazet, so that even when they're far away, Jamie knows where they are. It's not a cold situation where we have to desperately find each other again.
Make me a perception check for Jamie.
Alright then, 1 second.
Make sure he can find them.
Okay, that's a +4. That's 13 for Jamie.
Okay. He flies off in the southern direction towards where the rest of your friends are, and disappears over the horizon. You two are looking around, and you do notice that there are some rather eccentric and noteworthy people. You notice an older gentleman, a human man, in this like massive layer of just like furs. And you can see that he's rolling into Baldur's Gate with this rather small wagon, but you can see it's just bursting with all kinds of pelts and things like that. And he is just berating the guy who's assisting him. And you see that his assistant just gets so mad that he just like throws a pelt down on the ground and stomps on it and then just walks off, leaving this guy just shouting at him, like chasing him away. And then a little bit after that, you see a female moon elf. I don't think either of you have seen one before. It's not a drow. It's a dark-skinned elf with white hair and purple eyes. You can see that she wears a rather wide-brimmed hat, and she is coming into Baldur's Gate, and she's perusing the wares that are being offered, and she looks like she's thinking about buying something to take away from Baldur's Gate.
I do want to see that as soon as we notice these more suspicious creatures, Kia would give a look to Dravna, as if that she thinks something's going on, and she would immediately grab from her pouch a little blue herb before biting and saying, "Goddess of the hearts, God of the hearts ones, give me sight to see what's might." And she's going to cast Detect Magic to make
Okay.
sure that's nothing afoot on such as a spell that hides herself.
What's the range of Detect Magic?
60
That
feet, I think?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Oh, 30 feet.
And,
Okay.
and after she does so, she would approach with Dravna, makes a motion because she tries more silver tongue to her own, and she would walk towards both the merchant and the moon elf. Well, so she gets in range of Detect Magic properly.
They're
And
kind
she-
of on opposite ends of the marketplace here. The guy is picking up the pelt that was thrown on the ground. He's kind of like shaking off the sand and dust. And then about 50 to 60 feet away from him, the moon elf is perusing the wagons that are lined up, selling wares.
In this case, you look at Raven and say, "Which one do you want?" We should probably try to take a better look at her behavior. It's weird.
I'm not curious about the moon elf. Let's try the person that was throwing the temper tantrum.
Okay then. Then while you go with them, I go with the moon elf to be sure. I'll be right back then. Make riot motions if you need my help or if you feel too awkward. I'll come right away. And then Kyo give him a smile before going to the moon elf, since Draven is going for the other one.
All right.
He just shrugs, turns around and walks off.
We'll start with Dravna. Dravna, you approach this man here. You can tell that he's already in a foul mood, and is not in the mood for any kind of shenanigans that you can see. And I'll go ahead and share his portrait with you as well. If y'all can see that.
Yes, I can.
That's it.
He looks at you approaching him and does not say anything. He just kind of glances at you and then goes back to his cart like making sure everything is secure. What would you like to do?
Oh, Dravna has no reconnaissance abilities. If he's looking away, can Dravna like just pass by and then stop for a split second to see like if there's any discerning features like on his back or maybe anything poking out of his like his big pockets or any symbols, and then just quickly like go back to walking away?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay.
You're looking over his person. You don't see anything suspicious. The most noteworthy thing about him is how broad this man is. You're not sure if it's all the furs he's wearing or if he's just that portly underneath it all. And then also you see that he's hobbling along with this sharp-looking cane that's made out of some kind of antler off of a massive beast.
Does it look like he's putting like more pressure on one foot than the other, as if he's injured or anything?
With that perception check, I'll say you don't really know.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to try?
Not that I could think of. I don't really have spells or abilities like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Dravna's not in the mood. Dravna's not in the mood to talk to strangers.
I get it.
Fair enough.
So he'll just keep walking.
All right.
He'll just keep an eye out on Kyo.
All right, Kyo. You approach this female moon elf. She currently has her back to you as she has a hand on on her chin, and she's just kind of like very, very carefully scrutinizing all of the wagons with their different goods. And I'll go ahead and share her portrait as well.
Right.
What would you like to do?
Does she radiate any sort of magical aura?
She does not. She doesn't seem to have any magic on her person. That is until she turns around. And you see that there is an odd bit of illusion magic that is centered on her forehead.
Let's see. Kia would not make any comment right away, but should approach the woman and give her a bright smile. Oh, is it morning or evening, by the way, just so I know?
I'll say it's still like early morning, almost afternoon for you guys, currently.
Okay. In this case, Kia would approach with a bright smile and say, good morning, miss. Sorry
hello?
to bother you.
Can I help you?
In fact, yes. My name is Kia. I am from a very small village, so I feel very out of place. Here at Baldur's Gate, truth be told. And you also seem to be a newcomer. Here at the very least. So I thought I wanted to say hi and introduce myself. Are you a traveler of some kind? A merchant?
She looks you up and down, and she kind of nods to herself, and she says, "Yeah, I'm not from really around anywhere, actually. Yeah, I buy things and I resell them in other places. It's just kind of what I do." She shrugs.
Oh, really? What sort of things, for example?
All
Maybe I
kinds
could
of
buy
things.
something. But like what? Could I see some of them?
Well, I don't have anything yet. That's why I'm here.
Oh, really? And you came by yourself only? I don't see any squires or the like.
No, I don't really need any escorts right now. After I buy some stuff, I might need a few caravan guards. Are you interested? And she kind of like gives you a side eye.
Maybe. I am quite strong after all. Growing up in a farm gives you some strength on your bones after all. No, it's not bones, it's muscle. Sorry. In any case, regardless of my fumble there, but traveling by yourself alone like this, are you not scared of monsters and such, bandits on the road?
She shrugs and says, well, there's not really many bandits or monsters this close to Baldur's Gate. The guards do a pretty good job, but like I was saying before, if I leave, then I'm definitely going to need some hands to help guard my wagon.
But didn't you say you came from outside already? So didn't you have to pass by those creatures from outside to come here?
No, I've been in Baldur's Gate for a couple days. Just perusing. Haven't found anything I like yet.
I see. Jack, could you roll an insight on her?
Sure you can.
Okie Hadouken. Sorry, that was horrible.
While this conversation is going on, can Dravna just casually approach the two?
Sure, absolutely. With a 10, you sense that there is no deception in what she's telling you. You completely believe her story, that she is just simply perusing and that she's just casually looking for inventory.
Alright then. What is going on? Give nods. Alright. Could I also do a martial check on her?
Absolutely.
Oh, wrong. That's wrong. There you go. Kyo specifically is trying to analyze her strength as a fighter.
Okay. You have rolled high enough to learn one thing about this person.
Kyo is basically trying to see, is this the type of person that looks like they're a capable warrior of some kind?
Not in the slightest.
Same.
You can see that she's rather confident, but she doesn't seem to have the kind of posture that would indicate that she's had any kind of combat training.
Oh, I see. So you are a magician, is that correct? A spellcaster of some kind?
No. Well, I mean, unless you count turning junk into gold. And she laughs.
That's weird. Did you know that you have illusion magic on your forehead?
She immediately frowns, and she says, "Have a great day," and immediately walks off.
I see. Kyo nods and moves to Dravna. While she felt sure before that the woman wasn't lying, after she reacted in such a way, Kyo began to have her doubts once more. So, Dravna, how did it go with your side?
I couldn't really notice anything about that man, but I overheard a little bit of your conversation. You need to have more guile, Kyo.
I think
You gave away your intentions by telling about that illusion magic.
I think you learned quite enough. It means that either she's a good liar, because until that point I actually was fully believing in her, or there's something bigger going on. She also did not seem like the capability of a warrior, nor did she claim to be a spellcaster. Things are off. I don't like it. Is the merchant still there present, Jack? Or did he go already?
What was your question?
The merchant, is he still present?
Yes, the man with the furs is still around. He's like grumbling and cursing under his breath that he's lost another one.
In this case, Kyo. Wow, Draven. Draven, the man is on the left. Let me take a good look at him as well. Come. And she grabs him by the wrist gently and pulls him along.
He's like gonna flex his wrist up to like break it and like quickly put his hand on his shoulder. Before you do continue, just choose your words. That elf there, if she's suspicious of you now, she knows who you are. That's what I was talking about, guile.
Alright then. Okay, that's good to know. Then Kyo moves towards the merchant.
And then Draven will follow behind.
She gives the merchant a map. Excuse me, good sir, is everything alright? We seem to be in quite a spot of trouble.
He turns to look at you, speaking to him, and he says, "What do you want? I am busy here, can you not see?"
Well, my name is Kyo. I come from a remote village, and I'm a farmer. You seem to be quite trouble right now.
I have no time for bumpkins.
Are you sure you don't need any help carrying these types of things?
He looks at you, and he's gonna make a check here. You see, he like strokes his beard and he says, "Yes, perhaps you are sturdy enough to carry my merchandise."
Maybe. But let's start again with introductions then. I'm Kia, pleasure to meet you. This is my companion,
Change the glare.
Silvery. Do you need any help? Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Arkreni. You may call me Uli.
Are you a merchant here from Bard's Gate, or are you?
No, I
looking for
do not
some-
claim this shithole of a town my home. It is merely a place for me to drop my dumps and collect my coin.
Makes sense. Jack, does he have any magic?
He does not.
Okay. I see. Ellie, where are you heading to? Where are you going to deliver your goods at?
Well, I have a delivery to make inside the walls, but you see, my latest assistant decided to retire early.
Ah, that's a shame. I do have a question for you, if that's okay.
Sure,
Did you
why
see
not?
that- Apologies, I promise to work well in return for you answering this. Did you see that elf of before? She had purple eyes and was walking by herself here and looking at many of the wagons around.
You see a strange look come over his face, Kyo. This is the kind of glare that you've seen hunters out in the woods give to their surroundings. As if you had just pointed out a pheasant or a rabbit or something to a hunter, his eyes shift over to the moon elf, and then very quickly back to you. And he says, "Yes, I have seen her." He shrugs, shakes his head.
Could you do a martial check on him
Sure.
after seeing that look?
Sure. Ooh, 19. You may learn 2 things about Uli here.
She wants to learn to see if he has any battle prowess. It seems so.
He
And
does, actually. He is equivalent to a 2nd level ranger. Specifically, he is a adept at trapping.
Oh. And the second thing I'd like to know is, does he seem to carry himself with the way someone that's nervous or the like they're trying to get into a hurry to somewhere, or is it a more confident, just annoyed?
That's
Type
not
of
really the purview of a martial check. That would be more like a insight check.
So I'll be fully honest, I didn't know what else to ask. So fair enough. Oh, actually, I know. Does he seem to have more strength than Kia?
Let me check. Oh, no. No.
Kia, after noticing, raised her eyebrows. Oh, you're a hunter yourself, aren't you?
Yes. You see, I found all of these pelts just laying around, and he kind of rolls his eyes.
Well, I'm not the best at hunting. Like I said, I'm a farmer, but I do know a few things here and there. We should share tips, about one another. In any case, Kian looks the driver staring at her so intensely, she's like, sorry. In any case, let me just help you here already.
Very good. You, young lady, you take this stack, and he hands you this heavy-ass stack of pelts. And you, young man, and he loads you up, Dravna, with the same amount of pelts. Dravna, I need you to make an athletics check for me, please.
Sure. Is it possible to carry the pelts and the crates?
It's just the pelts he needs help with.
Oh, okay.
So make an athletics check, please. There it
Easy,
is.
come on, let's go.
Ooh.
What did I tell you, bro? What are you doing?
No, do not drop them, you stupid boy. And he picks up like half the pelts, and you can see he is actually limping. Make an old, injured man carry his own load.
Oh, you're injured. I'm sorry, I did not notice.
That was fun.
He kind of waves you away, Kyo. Like I will carry this. I will carry this.
No.
No,
Drowna
wait,
like
before you-
cracks. Drowna will crack his knuckles and like wave them in the air. Hold on. Wait, does the spell have any verbal components? Shit, it does. Never mind. He won't cast it.
Uli will pick up half the stack that he initially handed to Dravna. And he looks to you as he picks it up and says, "That's half of your pay." And
Wait, before you move, Mr. Uli, 1 second. Kia then pulls out the green oregano from her back. She approaches him and tosses it lightly at the man's feet before touching his body. May your matter cure your wounds. And she's going to cast Cure Wounds on him to see if she could help with his pain.
his eyes flash with the arcane influence that you exert, and you see he just kind of blinks a few times, and he says, "Well, that was not really all that helpful. You see, my injury's a little bit permanent." And you see he takes his cane and he taps his foot, and it makes a hollow wooden sound.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies, done.
He shrugs and says, "Whatever. Come on, follow me." And he goes into Baldur's Gate on foot with the two of you behind him, unless you deviate and choose to steal his pelts.
I do want to say that while we're going, Kyo at some point would make a motion, would use her connection to Jamie to call him back.
Easily done. Sure.
And after she does so, she would try to ask Jamie, the elf one with purple eyes, try to follow from above the sky.
Jamie does. He locks onto her and finds somewhere to hang out. Uli takes you into Baldur's Gate, and he leads you to a storefront that is selling things like blankets and clothes and all this kind of stuff that's made out of cloth and leather. Lots of leather stuff here. And he takes you both inside and has you stand there carrying this heavy load for about 10 minutes before you hear him shouting in the back, and then it kind of goes quiet. And then he comes out of the room that he was talking to the owner in. And he's got this wide smile on his face. And he's got like a sack of gold in his hands as he's walking by. And he says, "All right, you can just drop it here." And he walks out the door.
I just saying, Kyo drops it down there, as asked.
You can see the owner of the store coming out of the back room now, and he looks rather upset. You see his face is red, and he's just kind of constantly wiping at his brow, which he's been sweating. And he just kind of glares at the pile of pelts that are now on his floor.
Is something wrong?
That man is the most vile creature that I've ever had the displeasure of working with.
Care to explain why?
He's just... Ugh! He clenches his fist and storms back up into his back room.
But he did his job, no? He brought the belts.
The proprietor doesn't respond.
People in the big cities here are weird, driving silvery.
He rolls his eyes. You get used to it.
As you leave the store, Uli is waiting for you, and he's fishing out something from the gold pouch, the pouch containing the money that he just got. He hands each of you 1 gold each.
Nice, thank you.
He says, "Thank you." Hands one to Kyo, and "Thank you," and hands one to Dravna.
Dravna will hold on to it, look at it, and return to the man. I did no work. This is yours.
Oh, that's correct. That's true. He takes the gold back and he gives you back a silver. I did say it was half your pay.
He looks at the silver, mental math, whatever, it's not worth his time. He'll just clench his fist, put it in his pocket, and roll his eyes.
I'm sorry, 5 silver, not 1 silver. I'm sorry, 5 silver.
Okay, never mind then.
That was the DM fucking up the math.
Okay. He thought that he was purposely being swindled, but Dravna still didn't care.
After that,
At the end, and that, thank you very much. If you need any help with anything else. Kira hesitates and looks at Raven as if she gets permission or not to actually say what they're saying.
Uli will smile, jingling the rest of the gold in the bag, and he'll say, "Well, I hope to see you around some more. We did good business here." And he laughs as he walks down the street.
Take good care, Uli. Dravna will just mutter that with his hands, like, just folded.
Oh, if you need help with woodwork, I also can do that too. Have a good day, Mr.
Dravna will finally just, like, elbow you in the side.
Ooh. Ooh,
But it's like a light elbow, like, hey, watch what you're saying, not like just full on pile driver.
Kyo, I need you to make a con save because he elbows you right in your wound.
Oh no.
Well, wait, is she wounded on both sides?
I'll just say it's bad
Well, I
luck.
guess Dravna.
I'll just say it's bad luck.
I guess-
Kyo, you take it like a champ. You managed to maintain composure, but that really fucking hurt.
You see the Kia she was about to, as soon as you elbow her, she stops and she just smiles. Yeah, you're right, Draven. We have a job. Let's go. Let's go back to our posts. Quick.
What did I tell you about having guile?
It's not-
Not only did you, he like holds out his fingers and he like counts to 1, 2, 3. 1, you gave out your name. 2, you said you're a farmer. 3, you said you're a hunter. Then you went on about Ilmanter, your woodworking. You gave out everything about your own persona. Surveillance about having a fake persona.
I mean, I get what you say, but Draven, I have a bow and axes on my person. It would be weird if I didn't say I was a hunter. And I'm clearly very strong despite being a hunter and having a bow, so that had to make sense for me to say that I'm a farmer. It explains why I am strong. And my name is not that uncommon. There are many Kios around. It's not even my full name. It's just a nickname. Plus woodwork. Okay, fine, I'll give you that one, but still.
It increases the likelihood of occultists trying to pinpoint where you might be.
Fair enough. Though, truth be told, I don't think that Mr. Ontharr is actually a cultist.
I don't either, but you can never be sure. Always have a fake persona when going on surveillance.
And
Never
with
let
that,
them know your true personality.
And with that- sorry to cut you off, but we will skip time a little bit. You guys can continue to have that conversation per canon if you would like to. However, we're going to let you guys rejoin in the evening and carry on with making plans if you would like to. But right now, we're going to take a short break because I got to go pee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good. I got a dog to check on. Be right back.
Yeah, I forgot need to consult Detect Magic. So, out of card here, everyone agrees that the Moon Elf is suspicious, right?
I mean, yeah, but it could also be like a red herring. 'Cause it's not like there's any direct link to
I think
Cole. And
out of character, this is not something Kia would know, so I can't do this. But I'm pretty sure that's a person using this guy's self. I think that's her target, hiding.
no,
That's why, though I did roll badly with the insight, unfortunately.
well, what does she have on her forehead again? Forgot.
It is the signs of illusion magic.
All right.
Because
Oh.
Kyo has detect magic on.
She could also be like, I don't know, a race that has to hide themselves.
I mean, she's a moon elf. She's already very rare.
Very rare. Yeah, moon elves are definitely a rarity, for sure.
I imagine that's the. I don't think you would have even heard of them,
Nope,
right?
probably not.
Yeah. Also, I do want to say, I always remember that I regret Kyo not having good charisma because I make her talk so damn fucking much. But it's good because I can make her actually be bad at things like, yes, disguising myself. Of course, let me use my full name.
True. Faults and flaws make this game more fun.
I do, oh yeah, I forgot to ask. Was the hunter using armor?
No, he didn't
Okay.
appear to have any armor.
Alright, good to know.
Okay.
Anybody else get up?
I did, but I'm returned.
Hoshi, you back?
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Zarin, you there?
Yeah.
All right. I think we're just waiting on Eric to come back from taking care of his dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Jack, a small question. The
Yeah.
penalty I take, does it also affect saves and attacks, or just Jack's?
everything. Saves, attacks,
that
checks, everything.
In that case, the roll was wrong because I did not add the -2.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so yeah.
Forgot about
Yeah, I
that.
forgot about that
Because
too. Forgot
I
about it.
got used to it adding the already -2 by itself, so it's like, yeah. Okay,
It's
you don't
funny
add
because
that
I remember to roleplay the injury of you getting elbowed in the side, but I forgot to do the stat stuff. That's funny.
Oh, no, I'm not going to lie. As soon as driving the air when the injury, I was like, fuck. Off places.
Yeah. At first I thought Eric did it on purpose, but but then I realized it was an accident.
Yeah.
Funny.
I honestly am happy though that Kyo did not fall from it because I'm pretty sure if Ravana saw that, he would immediately just heal her.
Hit you again in the side.
He'd be like, Kyo, turn around. There you go.
Oh man. Anybody have anything interesting for dinner lately?
I recently have been cooking by myself more and more. So I've been making a point to try new foods as well.
Nice.
Yesterday I ate. What's the name? I forgot. It's a different type of bread. That is. Here, the nickname I have, I think it's Arabic bread or something.
It's like pita.
I don't know what a pita is. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's like a flatbread.
Yeah, it's unleavened
To answer
bread.
your question, I have a 3-year-old, so I eat whatever the 3-year-old wants to eat.
Honestly, fair enough.
I know nuggets and mac and cheese.
No, yesterday it was a punnet of strawberries and a sandwich.
Nice.
I'm back.
Nice. All
Welcome
right.
back.
And with that, we will return to the party reconvening at the little tent bar. That'll be the evening at this point, probably about 7 or 8 p.m. What would you like to do?
Before anything, I need to know, at any point, did Jamie get hurt or something of the like while he was falling there?
Nope.
Okay, in this case, Kyo would bring Jamie back and point in a map the directions the elf went in general.
Okay. Jamie will basically like point to a. It's like a, for lack of a better term, it's a flop house. Basically, it's just like a place that, like a hostel, you know, that Jamie just kind of pecks at. And it's literally just down the street from where the bar is.
Okay, good to know. With that done, Kyo look at the others. Wow, Me and Draven, we met two interesting merchants. One that I am a bit suspicious of, and one that was actually surprisingly nice when talking to us. But before we go to our friends, what about the rest of you? Did you find any sort of layouts or the like?
Well, no, we weren't looking for that. We investigated how far the guards go and, well, came up with some sort of actionable plan. We just need to find a magician who can do everything that we need to do.
Oh, interesting you bring that up. I did not find a magician, but I did one of the merchants, the nice-ish one that we met. I do consider him to be quite nice despite everything. He is a hunter, and by the good look ahead, probably a trap master type of hunter. One that focuses on creating traps and the like.
Oh, so he does large-scale sabotage type traps against wagons? It's very specifically that you found someone like that.
I mean, it's not large scale sabotage against a wagon, but if it works on a bear, it should work on a wagon. Wagons are more frail than bears, after all.
I love that logic so much.
Mark- Marquise puts a finger on his shin, genuinely now considering.
Well,
What's more
the
fair?
one thing that we did learn is that after the wagons arrive at Baldur's Gate, they need to be unpacked, and as long as the luggage, not the luggage, whatever they're transporting is inside of locked crates, sealed crates, they can do whatever they please with them. So, if they ever get to the gate, there's a good chance that we will lose them in the melee that is the kerfuffle of the town. So, we either need to have a way of tracking particular crates, or we need to somehow sabotage them getting into the Baldur's Gate to begin with.
I mean, there is a way I could track some of them. I suppose with Jamie, you could follow some from the sky. The place they put in lock is not that big, is it?
I mean, we don't know. We don't know how many crates there are. We don't know how many wagons there are. They could have gotten more wagons. They could have done a whole lot of things between when I saw them and what they have now.
That's fair enough, I suppose. This does remind me of one thing. Speaking of suspicious ideas, me and Draven, like I said, we met two merchants. One that was very nice, not very nice, but nice enough, and one that I found a bit suspicious. The other one was a type of elf I never had seen before.
Yeah, elves are suspicious, I agree.
No, no. What? No.
She was a moon elf. The rather cosmopolitan, people-loving kind of people.
Alright. And the first thing I noticed about her is that she had illusion magic etched on her forehead. That immediately made me suspicious.
It's no more suspicious than we are.
I mean, yes, but like, still a lead, anything. And so I went to talk to her, and that's where my suspicions started to grow more. She apparently was fully alone. She was an outsider to Baldur's Gate. And she didn't seem to show no type of ability with carrying herself as a type of fighter or any type of combatant, at least a martial one. And she also claimed to not be a type of spellcaster. Her only type of magic, according to her, being her ability to buy and sell things. So that to me
Yes,
felt very strange. Because
I mean,
she,
most merchants tend to hire guards.
but that's the thing, she was alone. She didn't hire anyone. Or at least she claimed to not have. That is the point that I'm bringing. It's not that she was suspicious for having to hire guards, it's that she was not showing any signs of being able to fight by herself. Came to Baldur's Gate by herself, apparently, and had no guards. Though, again, maybe I am just being extra suspicious, and that's just me overthinking.
I mean,
However,
did she come by boat?
I don't know. I couldn't fully talk to her that long, but as a precaution, I did have Jamie follow her around a little, and she is in this area, and she points at the hostel map on the map, according to Jamie at the very least. So if you want to follow that lead, a possible lead, I suppose, probably a better way to say it. We could have someone go, though probably neither me or Dravina. I think she got a bit upset at me at the end of our conversation.
What did you do?
Oh, I told her she had illusion magic on her forehead.
Mm-hmm.
So you pointed to a disability she might have?
I mean, didn't know it. Necessarily a disability.
She could be wearing cosmetic glamour. Cover blemish, maybe a wound.
Maybe, but couldn't it also be Rezmir?
You're right.
Using
She could
magic?
be an evil villain. That makes total sense. I think you're reaching a little bit. I will be completely honest with you.
Fair enough, I suppose. But still, Elite, I think it might be worth it checking out. Just to.
I mean, well, we are here for a particular reason, which is to scout wagons as they come in and try and track where
yes,
their goods go, right?
My point is that I'm trying to make that she could be Rezmir, using magic to disguise herself. That's what I'm trying to say.
I see.
That's my suspicion.
Valid
But did she
suspicion,
have
but
any
it
sort
could
of
also be a
magical
function.
items on her?
She had no magical items. Her only area that showed her magic is her forehead, and it was only illusion magic.
Jack.
Yep.
Was it who was the dragon that I had knowledge on? That was it Rezmir or was it another one? It was connected to
Oh, Garthenex.
Garthenex, that's it. Yeah, because I was like, I was gonna say it's connected to the guy who made Magic the Gathering, and I couldn't remember his fucking name. But yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. No worries. Then continue.
All good.
That's Kira's suspicion says, but that's why I am that idea. Rezmir was spotted outside. It would be pretty weird for them to not try to do anything about it and simply continue as if nothing is going on. They clearly have to buy us by the city, and while talking to them and watching the wagons came a thought to my head. They don't have to enter in just one wagon. If simply had someone come first, maybe hire other wagons, hire other people, you could have slowly enter the area by dripping small amounts, one at a time, 1 second at a instant, until eventually everything is in, and then you can proceed. That'd be much less suspicious than just a really big wagon filled with all sorts of treasures. That's why I imagine that that's what I think why Rezmir was here present beforehand. And for to do that so, it wouldn't make sense to that person to either disguise themselves with some sort of disguise, obviously, but like magic or so. That's why I was looking at those merchants before and why it was just to look out. Regardless, that is my point. Dravna, do you want to add something about our lookout?
Oh, okay. Can I just real quick The only thing that's giving me pause about your suspicion is that dragons tend to be very prideful, and I don't see too many of them being happy with disguising themselves
But Rezmir's
as
not a
other
dragon.
races. Well, I mean, he's part of the dragon's cult.
Just be sure. Here looks at dragon.
Also, the
Rezmir-
dragon cult is also very unintelligent. So I think we're giving them too much. Too much.
The majority are brain dead, but not the leaders. This Rezmir person is a highly ranked individual. We shouldn't
Well, I
underestimate
mean, the last one we ran into stood there while his entire comrades were getting beaten to a bloody pulp by us. And then he waited only to the last moment to do anything, and then he ran away like a coward.
I don't
So
believe
I-
that one was a leader, truth be told. In the same sense we're speaking. I think that one was like the half dragon that you fought during the time we met. The type that was very boastful and simply wanted a challenge of some kind. The same. Remember that one when we met?
Of course. He was a weak, pathetic individual.
I think that one was the same type as that. It's probably a difference in other type of rings or such. But yes, that's a difference. The actual leader we fought, she even tried to run away previously. Though she did meet her end and not manage to fully run away and succeed in that front either.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, that's what I mean. The leaders clearly aren't above trickery. So, that's my idea. Ravna, like I was saying before, do you have something you want to add about your lookout? Something I didn't think about? Beyond me being a bad liar, I guess?
No, not that. I'll save that chastising for later. Look, believe me, I want to go after Rezmir. Probably more than anyone. But the fact of the matter is, our mission is the carts, and should be focused on the carts.
I mean, isn't our actual mission to gather intel, though? I know the
Yes.
cards are what the one we decided, but I do also believe that by pursuing Rezmir in some ways, we could get intel and even find what's their actual plan.
We could, but the possibility of that being Rezmir is slim. I'm not saying it's zero, but it's slim. We should.
I
Focus
tend to
our
agree.
efforts.
I do think you might have found some sort of criminal entity, though. I mean, I'm not saying your suspicions are foul. It's more that well, there's a lot of ne'er do wells in cities like this.
Yeah, there could be something wrong. What I'm trying to say bluntly is, we need to use our time and resources wisely and efficiently. We can't just go idly running off after trails.
Alright.
I mean, you could always put the bird friend of yours to watch this suspicion of yours and see if there's anything that is validated about it.
Not fully, because it would be very weird to have a bird enter inside the building. After all, she is inside the hostel near the bar we are in.
Have you been in any supermarkets lately? They tend to have
Is it-
lots of birds inside of them.
What's the supermarket?
It's a giant building with stores inside of it.
No, never.
Very
had those.
popular in built-up cities.
We don't have those in Greenest, so no.
Imagine an outside market, but with a roof over it.
Mm-hmm.
So, a market?
But inside.
With a
yes.
roof over it, yes.
Why does that make it super?
Because the rain is not a problem anymore, and you can have centralized airflow.
But
Ice
outside
creameries.
market's not really a problem either. The towns cover the rain and airflow's pretty well outside. Sure. You city folks
Electronic
continue-
stairs.
I'm not a word architect. Anyways, we should be focusing on the
Folks
matter.
from the city continue to always disturb me some way on the night. Regardless, what about you all in your search? Did you find anything in that front?
Not really. We're still. We walked out. We found how far the guards go, and we have a nice spot where we can set up an ambush and wait for the cars to come by.
Alright then.
It would be nice to find some sort of magical man to help us, but I'm not sure if we have the time for something like that, but perhaps we could? I'm not sure.
All of you said before we should, not all of you, Draven said before, we should make sure to spend our time wisely, so that we can pursue proper leads, and do things in the right way. Are you fully sure that what we're doing in such a way is the best way to spend the time then?
Absolutely not. No one could ever know what their plans are doing. But I know for a fact once they get into Baldur's Gate, it'll be like finding a needle in a haystack.
I agree. So that's why I'm worried that we're being too passive. I think we need to act more and actively pursue leads with those that are suspicious. I and Raven also met that hunter merchant. Maybe we could have one of you charismatic folks talk to him. Maybe he could have seen something or has some sort of idea that could help us. At the very least, he's a trap master, I'm led to believe. So that could help in your plans. I'm sure if
Why
you
was
say
he?
this game...
Why was he suspicious to you?
Oh no, the huntsman wasn't suspicious to me. He was suspicious to Dravna, though. And then Lucio looks at
Question
Dravna
still
to explain.
stands.
Yeah, he turns to Dravna for him to say his parts in that front.
Oh, he frowns and rolls his eyes. I was suspicious at first because of his behavior. But after what we witnessed, I have no more suspicions of him.
In fact, I actually was not suspicious because of his behavior. I would imagine if you're trying to enter the city, you would be more quiet and not so aggressive and loud. But
He sounds like a merchant.
A hunter, in fact, like I said. But I do think one of you all could go, and either Draven or me go along to help in that front as well. I think it could be a sort of way to get more materials for traps, like you all want, and maybe find something of a lead. Does everyone agree, or anyone objects of that idea?
I like it.
We don't really have any other leads to work with, so
I mean,
sure.
we do have another one, and she points at the map at the stuff. I do still think it's worth it. But like I said,
I'll go.
Thank you, Naomi. You always help fuel my paranoia. And Kia hugs Naomi.
She like groans at you and like waves her hands.
Okay. Does anyone have any sneaky nighttime shenanigans?
I'll go look for a mage.
Okay. How would you like to go about looking for a magically inclined person in Baldur's Gate?
I would go up the chain of command and work my way down.
Okay, so you'd like try to find a guard captain or someone as high rank as you could find?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's no point running around talking to people, especially if they're like affiliated with the like Baldur's Gate like authorities or anything like that. They'd be more inclined to be respectful to the authority that the sigil contains.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Go ahead and make either a persuasion check or an investigation check with advantage.
I believe this thing comes with something here. Faction agent. What does it come with? Okay.
Faction agent. I believe I know what you're referencing, but let me see if I can.
Yeah, there was something. Yeah.
One moment, please.
Safe haven. We'll have access to a secret network of supporters and operators who can provide assistance with your adventures. You will know secret signs and passwords. You identify such operatives who can help you with access to hidden safe house, free room, board, or assistance in finding information.
Okay. Very well. In that case, I will say that you flash your Never Ember badge, and one of his agents that are tied to the Lord's Alliance approaches you and asks what he can do for you.
So, as per my assignment, I've been tasked with, well, I guess becoming as much of a problem for the Dragon Cult as I humanly can while collecting information. However, I need the assistance of a talented mage in tracking objects that the cult is attempting to bring into the Baldur's Gate, which I believe we will lose sight of the moment it enters the city.
Okay. Roll me a d4.
No, 1d4, not 2. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
4.
max. Okay, very well. You find that the agent is able to source a mage capable of casting 7th level spells.
Hell yeah.
So, what that means is you have a very powerful person on your side who is willing to write you a single spell scroll of up to 7th level. But this is the only time that you will be able to access this particular mage for the rest of the campaign, just so that you're aware.
Wish spell? No, I'm kidding.
That's a 9th level spell.
Okay, so I'm not entirely familiar with the entire repertoire of mage spells, but what I'm looking for in particular is a spell that can imbue maybe 15 pebbles or something like that with the ability of being able to be tracked. And if it needs to have like a companion piece to the spell, it could be some sort of wand or amulet or something like that that would like push us in the direction of where we can find the items that were tracked, so the pebbles in this case. I don't know if there's anything that exists like that, but that's what I'm after essentially.
Gotcha.
So the idea here is that we take these pebbles and we deposit them within the containers that we find inside of these, the crates that they're trying to smuggle around, with the goal eventually being that we will have some sort of way to track exactly where they're heading, as opposed to, anything else.
Okay. Considering that you rolled max on the spell level availability, I'm going to honor that. We're going to say, based on a percentage chance of how prepared this spellcaster has been, they've been tinkering, maybe they made something, just, experimenting that solves your problem. Let's see how lucky you get. You're going to roll a D100, and you want to get over a 30. A 30 will meet the odds.
Oh, look at that. 31. Boom.
Are you kidding me right now?
There you go.
All right. You receive a pair of tracking stones. So he gives you a wand, and with the wand, he gives you 2 innocuous-looking pebbles. And he explains that this is just something that he was tinkering with in his early days of study. He doesn't really need these anymore. You're free to take them, but please don't ever contact me again, kind of thing. Essentially, what you do is the stones are always active, right? So they're always magical. You put them wherever you want, and then you, with the wand in hand, you say an incantation, and you will instantly know where each of the stones are. You will know their direction and distance from you.
Interesting. Okay. I thank him. I give him the cool Never Ember salute. You know, it's kind of like a 5-minute dance. It's not really, but you know. And then he disappears into the ether, and I return and explain to everyone what we have and what I would like to do. At least, I mean, you don't have to join me for this, but the goal for at least Zazit would be to walk in the direction where we know the carts are coming from. And when we bump into them, he would take on the disguise that he had when you first met him, as a black half dragon, and he would don the accoutrement of the
Of the cult.
dragon cult.
Okay.
Yep. And with the goal being that he would simply deposit stones into select containers of loot, essentially, in order to work out where they're going to be going.
All right.
And that's the entirety of his scheme, I guess it would be.
All right. So, do you guys have anything else you'd like to do this evening other than Zazit securing a magic item from the magical Home Depot?
She does have one thing she wants to do, but I can be last if anyone else wants to do first.
Drobna has a small thing. He just wants to he just wants to find like a temple to Mistra, or just like a shrine or anything, and just pray there for the night. And
The whole night?
Not the whole night, but just like
oh, okay, I see.
during the night, sometime during the night, just pray there.
I see, for his
And-
nighttime activities. I understand.
Yeah, and the reason he
before
wants
the
to do is
cat
because
tells him that he has to sleep.
well, every night for like the past several years, or Drobna has always prayed for his own guidance, like what should he do. But for the first time here in not in Baldur's Gate, but for the first time asking Mistra for help, he wants to ask for guidance on what the party should do if he'll receive any sort of insight.
Roll me a T100.
Sure.
Okay. Noted.
Okay. That's all.
All right. Anybody else?
In this case, now it's Kia's turn. She would go towards the gates, and she'd try to find a rat.
A rat. Okay.
Like a
Go
street
ahead and
rat?
make a survival check.
Alrighty. She would have Jamie helping her to add anything else.
Actually, let me take that back. I will say that you can easily locate a rat. What would you like to do with it specifically?
As soon as Kia finds the rat, is it on the public street or in the alley?
I'll say you had to go a little bit a ways from. You had to like go down an alleyway in the outskirts of the city. It's a little quieter, and you happen to stumble across a little rat nest. What would you like to do with it?
Actually, perfect then. Kia casts Speak of Animals right away. She doesn't really need spellcasting to do so. She grabs 3 rations from her backpack, puts on the ground, and looks at the rats. Hey there, little fellas. Do you want some food?
They immediately look suspicious at you. They look at the rations and they're like, "Yeah, we're hungry. What of it?"
So, my name is Kia. Fuck, driving, I got mad. Sorry, my name is Kia. I am someone that's from a town very far away from here. And I currently am in need of help of locating a group in the city. So, I'm willing to give this food to all of you for free, and if you can help me somehow, I'll give you a bit more extra. Does that sound good?
What's the job, lady?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's the job?
Okay, so I'm looking for a group that's called Cult of the Dragon. which is
Cult
great.
of the Dragon, and they start shaking their little tails. Start
Oh,
shivering.
Do you know about them? Do you know about them?
No, dragon sounds scary.
I know. They are very scary. They actually burned down my village, and it was a horrible thing. I still remember the sight. It hurts even to think about it still, truth be told. That's why I want to help find this cult, so that they won't burn and hurt anyone else in your other place like Baldur's Gate, or even your lovely nest.
Lady.
That's why
Lady. This is Baldur's Gate. It's the city made out of stone, and it rains here like every other day. Ain't nothing burning down here at Baldur's Gate.
I thought so too before, but sometimes what you think we take for granted isn't always true. But regardless, though, that's just my personal worries. I'm looking for this group, and specifically a person named Rezmir. They are supposed to pass eventually with a wagon through the front, and they tend to use these types of, and they sometimes use these types of clothing and masks. Though they might not have them on their person, they might have hidden in their wagon or supplies. And Kio's pulled out from her backpack a mask of the coat and a common cultist glove. Try to be very careful, no one else to see, just the rats.
The rats kind of like walk up and like sniff at it, and then back up. And one of them kind of rubs his face. He says, "I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be worth it." Make a persuasion check with advantage for offering rations. Oh,
That's unfortunate.
how many rations did you offer initially?
She put 3 rations originally.
Tell you what, you offer us double, we'll do it.
Of course. She brightens up. That's lovely, thank you.
For
And
each
then
of
she
us.
doubles it. Oh, for each of you. How many of you are there?
There are 3 rats, so that'll be 18 rations.
18 rations.
God damn.
Match with me right away. Tell you what. Beyond these 3, like I said, these 3 are already yours. I'm not going to ask for you to do anything for those. Because they're just my gift for coming to your city and for disturbing you. But as for your payments, if you do my job, what if I go hunting and I grab a really big piece of meat for all of you to eat together? Something the size of a big bar or the like.
You gonna kill a
That
piggy
you
for us?
Mm,
And we can have the entire carcass? All the guts and everything?
She does flinchily hear the words Q, but she nods yes. Though I do want to say, I wouldn't be stealing, it would be a hunt. Just be a hunt.
They begin to kind of squeak excitedly, and they say, "Lady, you got yourself a deal."
Perfect.
But
I-
but in order for us to tell you anything, we gotta see the meat.
mm,
We'll go do our job, but no meat, no information.
I got it. I'll go hunting tomorrow then. That's okay with you. I don't enjoy hunting in the night, and unfortunately can't see in the dark.
All right, boys, you heard the lady. Back to the beat.
Actually, before you go, I have a question. Another
Uh-huh.
one.
Okay.
Do all of you always stay here? Do you happen to know where Jack was sitting with the tavern we were staying the inn?
Well, it really wasn't an inn, but there's a flop house that you can direct them to if you'd like to.
Do any of you know how to get to this? And she says the place, the flop house.
Yeah.
In this case, to make sure that no one mistakes you when you go, here for you. And she pulls out a bit of cloth and cuts into 3 little ribbons. Can I put those on you? That's the way you'll be able to recognize my group when you come.
You mean like these are some
And-
badges or something?
Exactly, these are Kyo badges. You're going to be like my personal little spies, if you want to be so.
All right, if it means we won't get trapped in traps and squished underfoot, sure. And
Exactly. Here you go.
they present their little rat tails to you.
Tia happily puts on the little ribbons like she is a kid in Christmas. There you go. Have a good dinner, and remember, if you find anything, please come to me right away. I'll make sure to catch your meat as soon as I can.
All right, they squeak off into the night.
Jack, by any chance, are all the stores already closed or are they open still?
Most of the stores outside the walls are already closed. The only things that are open at this point are the tent bars, the tent pubs.
Okay, in this case, she's not going to do anything. She's just going to go back to the place afterwards.
All right. If there's nothing else, we will go ahead and skip to the next day.
I don't say that. When everyone's gathered, Kyo, tell everyone about the rats, and to please don't hurt them or anything, or even bully them. They're lovely little fellas.
All right. The next day comes around. What would you like to do?
Well, everyone, we have our leads. I just think we should at least have someone on lookout. How are you going to split things off?
Sorry, were you talking to us?
We have 4 people now on the outside,
Mhm.
correct?
You mean, sorry, 4 people outside?
Yeah, like 4. It's like since Naomi's apparently supposed to be somewhere else now, right?
No, I mean, that's Kyo's asking when the morning comes. So, how are you
Mhm,
going
yeah,
to split
cool.
up? We have currently talked about 2 things yesterday. Or 3 things. The first one is that I just want to find a magician. I suggested talking to the hunter I met. And there is that elf lady of before.
Mhm.
And of course having lookouts. So how are we going to split?
So I think Zaza has a plan that he wants to accomplish, which would be, like I said, going and planting the tracker on the carts before they come into Baldur's Gate as early as possible. So in order to accomplish that, he would need to be outside of Baldur's Gate, quite a distance away.
6 hours out of town.
Yeah,
Hmm.
essentially.
Will you need backup? Probably shouldn't go alone.
I mean, that's the thing. If anyone wants to come, they're more than welcome to. But Zazit will be in disguise, so
Well, if she comes
I
to
thi-
lying.
I won't be attacking anyone. I'll just be infiltrating and dropping off a package and then leaving, essentially. So, so if someone wants to come and be back up and sit in the woods in case shit hits the fan, you're more
I'll do
than
it.
welcome to. But okay.
Marquis and Zazit are going inside. Dravna and Naomi, what about you?
Dravna can help Naomi find that hunter because he knows what he looks like. He knows where he was selling those pelts.
I was considering having Naomi help legitimize Kyo's wariness of this other individual, yeah.
I mean, you two could do both merchants if you want.
Oh no, Naomi's not okay with doing anybody right now. No.
Fair enough, I guess.
She'll probably she can probably go to. Here's what I'm gonna have Naomi do. I'm gonna have Naomi start at the hostel, assuming it's open. Investigate there, and then see if she can follow the trail of this person, either back outside or something else. But she'll start at the hostel and just find out whatever she can find out about this individual that Kyo is talking about.
Okay. Would you want Dravna, or Jamie to come with you?
Jamie can't talk to other people, so Jamie should be with Naomi, so that Dravna can talk to the other merchant.
Okay, then I guess Kyo stays at lookout.
Very well.
Right.
Team
Also,
Kit-Kat.
Jack,
Yeah.
one last thing I forgot. Before going to sleep at midnight, Kyo would have healed her wound with her last spell slot. And then when morning came and we took a long rest, Kyo would have redone it again for now.
Okay. Understood.
To revolve her vow for the moment. Before
Okay.
going to the lookout.
Team Kick-Ass, just so I'm aware of the plan, are you guys staying out there until the wagons come, or are you coming back each night?
No, I think we'll stay out there.
Okay, just so the party's aware that that's your plan.
Oh shit! They're
Since
camping.
you're
Let's go.
since you're going outside, Kyo would look and say, "Oh, if you can find a bar and hunt it, to be very helpful to me as well. If you can't, it's okay, Chionthar."
Oh, let us do our objective first, and if we find any balls,
Yeah, on the way back, we'll look around.
Alright, yes, I don't mean to. Don't take a look around. Just if you notice any easy to spot tracks, don't. There is no need to rush such a thing. Worst case, you're just going to buy it from the market.
All right.
All right. The party scatters to the wind. Dravna follows to chase down a lead, as well as Naomi. And Kyo sits at the tent bar. Team Kick-Ass ventures out of the southern gate to hopefully head off the cultists. Let's do...
Just a correction, Jack. He's not sitting at the bar. She's going to the gate. She's going to be watching the wagons again.
The southern gate?
lookout.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. In case someone suspicious new appears or someone old suspicious appears as well.
Very good. In that case, you see your two friends off as they exit the southern gate. Naomi, what do you do?
First thing she does, she looks over herself, makes sure she's immaculate as always, and then she goes to just double check the map. Jamie is apparently with her.
Yes. Jamie will peck at the spot to remind you where you're going.
She nods, and then she will venture out towards that spot. She'll try to keep an eye out for the elf in question, but she'll basically be beelining to this location.
As you're traveling towards the flop house, you see that the environment has kind of shifted, not in like in an unusual way, but this is a very busy metropolitan city kind of way. And you see a very strange individual driving a very interesting looking cart that's approaching from the north. You see an older man with salt and pepper facial hair and on his head as well. But what's really interesting about this person's energy is that he's driving a cart with a whole ass gargoyle perched on top of it. And you can see he's just kind of hunched forward in the driver's seat, just traveling into Blackgate.
That does pique her interest quite a bit, actually. Does she dog chase a bumper this, or does she send Jamie? See if there's any information.
And this is what the man looks like. And I'll share his portrait here as well.
Don't forget the whole ass of the gargoyle, by the way.
Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of the gargoyle.
The whole ass gargoyle isn't in frame?
Unfortunately not.
No, the grey in the back is the whole ass of the gargoyle.
I
I
understand.
see. True and real, true and real.
So you see this distinguished looking gentleman driving this cart. It looks like he's finding a place to park out here in Blackgate.
Well, you can't park here, sir. That's too much cake.
You're not
I'm
here.
sorry.
You're not here. Stu, you pesky meta player.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. This is admittedly way more interesting than following what could entirely be a. Am I allowed to say the word harlot? I don't know if that's the right word for this. Because there's a term for it, like in terms of the job, and there's a term
How's
for it
that?
as the insult.
I understand. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway. Ooh. You know what? All right, switch gears. She's gonna go ahead, and she's gonna send Jamie to the just to see if it's operating, if that hostel is currently operating right now.
if what's
So,
currently
like, assume in
operating?
the morning, if the hostel is operating right now, because it's early.
So these flop houses, they kind of circulate often. The turnaround is pretty high. So yes, they're always open. They're always having somebody check people in and out, kind of thing. So yes, it's operational.
Okay, I don't want to screw around with this too much. She will keep that information in mind with the guy in the cart, because that's not too difficult to.
Oh, you'll be easily.
track.
Yeah, you can find his ass again really quick.
So she'll head over there, and so she gets there, she'll simply walk right in.
Okay. You see that there is an older looking woman with glasses on. You can see she's kind of sweating, given that there's no real air circulation in this part of Blackgate, and she just kind of stares at you with a fan and a fly swatter, one in each hand. She stares you down. What do you want?
I'm looking for someone.
Okay. You want a room or what?
She describes somebody.
Okay.
She describes the individual.
Her eyes narrow, and she says, "What do you take me for? You take me as this person's mother?"
No, just asking if you've seen her.
She puts forth like a little tip jar, and she says, "Maybe I have."
Naomi thumb flicks a coin up into it.
Which kind of
She
coin?
just definitely does it gold.
Oh,
Clink.
gold.
Ping.
Yeah, I seen her. What do you want to know?
Was she here for long? Is she still here?
Stayed the night.
Did she exit?
Yeah.
About when?
Shrugs. Sometime this morning.
Damn.
Is she here often?
Whenever she's done selling her latest stock, yeah, she comes around. She's kind of a regular, you could say.
Regular. Okay. That's good.
What, that's it?
Oh, what do you mean that's it? I thought you weren't her mother.
Well, I might
Is there
know a
any
little
reason-
more. And she scoots the tip jar out again.
Well. Entrepreneurial, aren't you? 10 years ago, maybe. You get gold for now.
You flicker another gold.
Yeah.
All right. The young lady's name is Ed Helry Lewell. She's a fantastic merchant. You could definitely do worse if you're looking to buy and sell on the long road. Real nice lady. Treats her animals like they're her babies.
Oh, I see. Trades in beasts,
No.
pets, guards.
No. She trades in other things. She doesn't like to deal with live critters. No, she usually picks up fine goods, silks, furniture, parts, those things. She's got a real eye for quality.
I see. Well, I wasn't here looking for her. Flick. Ding.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mhm.
You flick the gold coin to her, and you turn to leave, and as you do, you hear a voice say, Morna, I forgot, and you run into Edhelry Lewell, and she stares right in your face as you rebuff and gather yourself, staring her face to face, eye to eye. And that is where we'll pick up on the next session.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
when that. I love when that happens. That's fun.
Thank you guys for playing. Did you all have fun today?
Yes, although I'm a bit out of sorts lately.
All good. It's definitely going to be picking up once you guys do actually get on the road. Stuff is going to start happening rather quickly. So just hang on for me. Either the next session or the one after that will definitely be full of thrills and chills. And I'm sure to delight in other ways. But yeah, glad you guys had fun. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, it was great.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I suddenly had a nauseous wave come over me.
oh
like,
man.
halfway through the session. So
Yeah, I get
I'll
you.
have to do-
head out early.
Must be something in
But
the air.
y'all have a great night.
All right, man.
See you later, bro.
Bye-bye.
And I think with that, I think we're also going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching the VOD, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of that good shit. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.